J McLean, baby.
I've got my water, I've got my grapes. It's going to be a long day, right?
Most definitely, yeah. You know, so all of us are gonna have to hold on from the water very, very closely. You know what I'm saying? We give thanks. But yeah, man, bigging out everyone live and inside the building. It's gonna be magnificent today. You just heard from one of our experts, you know what I'm saying, Uncle Ku, who'll be here later on. You know what I'm saying? Sister Ari Ma'at is an expert in her own right. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be feasting off the world.
I try my best.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what, sis? Cause many people may not know who you are, yeah. Like, and also, I just feel like people need to get a vibe for Ari Ma'at and the levels that you're dealing with regards to this economic empowerment within our community. So let's give them a profile. Let them know who name Ari Ma'at.
Ari Ma'at. Most of you here would probably know me as Diana Powell. Basically, just to take you along my journey, I've been supporting entrepreneurs now for over 15 years. I've worked for many government agencies, predominantly Afro-Caribbean communities, and Black businesses has always been passionate in terms of support. We are so creative, we are so innovative. It's just there are times where we need more provisions, we need access to finance, we need that support. That's why I love what Brother Uncle had said about marketing. We just need those extra tools and provisions to help us to really, just expand and do the things that we do well. So over the years, I've been working through a charity called the Global Institute for Entrepreneurship. What we actually focused on then was looking at entrepreneurship as a vehicle of social engagement. It came about at a time, what are we talking about now? I think about 7-8 years ago, even more perhaps, where we was going through a bit of a recession. People were anxious about work. And what we were saying, well, this is an ample opportunity for you now to set up an enterprise. So we worked with a lot of agencies, the charity worked with a lot of agencies to support, to establish, to set up not just business enterprises, but social enterprises and also charities, but charities to become more sustainable, not just rely on grant funding. So we organized many conferences. There was a discussion we hosted at the South Bank University question time, where we had, for example, a lot of innovators, you could say, that had something to say and could contribute to the development and give insight to the evolvement of Black economics over the years. Right. We've run a number of training sessions. I mean, we've supported thousands of entrepreneurs. And I'm just honored to be a part of the gotKush team. It's another string to my bow. And the thing is, with gotKushTV, it's not just focused on the UK entrepreneurship. We have Stella B and Naya that's also focusing on the African continent. And I will have a guest from Ghana coming in soon, to speak about the fantastic work they're doing there. So right now, actually, I'm not even in the UK at the present moment. I'm in another part of the world. I'm in actually the UAE. But my other string to my bow is education. So I'm an education manager. So I manage a provision here in the UAE. So those of you who have not seen me for a while, I've been in Saudi Arabia. I'm now in the UAE. But I'm still working very closely with gotKushTV. And I have two sisters actually from Dubai and Abu Dhabi that will be coming in shortly, that we're talking about some of the entrepreneurs and their journeys as African diaspora within UAE and all the work that they're doing there. So that's about me. I'm just looking forward.
I just want to say a special shout out to all the Africans, in Saudi earning that tax-free money. You done know.
Of course, there's many here. There's many of us.
You get me? Yeah, man. it's very serious business right now. It's very serious business. You know what I'm saying? But yes, it's one thing though, because I know a lot of people would have heard of you because a few years ago you were running this thing called Cash Flow Academy.
Yes.
Yeah, let people know about Cash Flow Academy.
Well, again, it was birthed out of the fact that it's one of the things that we always talk about is we don't have no money. Yes, and it's like we live from hand to mouth, and it was about how can we better utilize what we have. So the Cash Flow Academy was geared around a board game called Cash Flow. And basically, it allowed people to think about their assets, it made them think about their income and how to best utilize that. And even as entrepreneurs, one of the struggles we have as entrepreneurs is not necessarily just the business itself, it's the cash flow. Many of us are juggling so many things at the same time. So we were saying in the Cash Flow Academy is like, okay, one of the things I think you need to focus on is your cash, whether it's money from a job and how you can best utilize that within your business, whether it's money in terms of how you best utilize assets. Right. And, we had some experts come in to talk about pension funds and pension pots, and because there are a lot of changes in regulations, for example, around how people can utilize their pension. So you don't just have to wait until you come to pension age to use your pension pot. People's been putting money into their pensions for like 10, 15, 20, 30 years. So it was a case where you could take a portion of that, invest that into another type of investment of your choice, or invest it into your business. So we were giving people the opportunity to see a way through so that you're not just relying on your income and living hand to mouth. So, and it's interesting because that was a point in time where there was a lot of changes in the government. There was a lot of pullback in local authority services. There was a high redundancy. People were feeling stressed. People were feeling like, what can I do? So we were there to inform people that these are your choices. And I think that's some of the challenges we have in the Black community. We don't have enough information. And that's why I love gotKushTV, because we bring on board all these expertise, all these experts. So our audience, you can ask whatever you want to ask, yes, so that you can make those informed decisions. So it is about cash flow. And I think that time is coming around again, especially in the UK. We've got the Brexit, we've got Corona-19. So I hope that some of our guests will shed some light on Corona-19 and how as entrepreneurs we can maneuver through this. So, we've had challenges, and I'm not going to say we're on our face, because we're not. Because one of the things that we do, we strive when we're being pushed to the limit. And this is our time. So that's why I'm very excited about today, because one thing I noticed was happening today. If you go online, if you go on social media, thousands of brands have come in, they're popping all over the place now. And it's fantastic. So today, audience, this is your time to support. And I should reverse that. It's not this is your time. This is an ongoing thing. Yes, this is not a moment. This is a movement. Yes, so we should be supporting Black entrepreneurs, supporting Black businesses, whether it's in the UK, whether it's in another country, doesn't matter. Support Black.
Most def family, it's gonna be levels, And by the way, it's interactive, yeah. Cause we're gonna be paying attention to the chat, you know what I'm saying, as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So and we're gonna be sending out the link periodically as well, because we're inviting people to come on and profile their Black business. Yeah, let people know where you there, you know what I'm saying, or your brethren or your sister's Black business, you know what I'm saying. Let people know where we are, you know what I'm saying. We wanna also big up the man by the name of Swiss, yeah. Swiss from the legendary So Solid crew, do you know what I'm saying? Because it was basically he put out the call for this initiative, and he will be joining us later, Kings and Queens. So if you want to see Swiss, you know what I'm saying, are we putting out the times? Let me know. The voices in my head need to let me know if we're flinging out all the times live right about now. So just give me that vibe right there. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, Swiss will be coming through later on, I was gonna say something else. It's good out my head, but yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So yeah, and we're gonna be bringing through a whole heap of different experts, but like I said, we're gonna be interactive as well. So we've got people that we're gonna be bringing to you, but we also want you to come to us and let us know. One of the things that Swiss said on his interview recently with ZZ Mills is that you know, he's not saying we have to be realistic about where we are, and at the moment we are yet to develop the kind of Black business infrastructure that supplies all of our needs as a people. Do you know what I'm saying? And so having a day like this helps for us to highlight where are we in business, what services or products are we providing for our community, and what we are not providing for our community. And being a part of the process will give ideas to people.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? You know, maybe there's not a Black brand making toilet paper, so now we need a Black toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean?
These entrepreneurs coming on board and who we're going to be speaking with, I mean, they're also going to be an inspiration, isn't it? Yeah, the inspiration for others that are out there that may have thought about starting up something or starting an enterprise, but for whatever reason, you know, there wasn't, you know, we have all different challenges in life. So we're just trying to say is, you know, listen to some of the entrepreneurs, because I'll be asking also some of the entrepreneurs about their journey, about, you know, what inspired them. You know, it's, yes, they had some of the challenges, but also I want to know about some of the successes, because again, there's going to be many people in the audience that want to hear, and sometimes you may have a hobby, but you've never really thought about turning that hobby into an enterprise. So those are kind of dialogues we also want to have today. You know, it's about, you know, each one teach one. It's about sharing as well. You know, we want to use this also as an educational platform as well.
Most def family. Sis, we're gonna let people know the itinerary is. So I'm gonna suggest that you draw it up. I'm gonna share the Black Pound Day website right about now, so people know what I go on for it still. So yeah, because Swiss has put up a website for Black Pound Day, and there's a number of different things that you can this is going to be me like live exploration, because I haven't even delved deeply into this website myself. So you're getting live, you know what I'm saying, trial and error right now, Kings and Queens.
This is what it's about right now. We're going to have some fun today. Yeah, and even we're going to sometimes we may be rough around the edges, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah,
it is what it is, family. Live in the era of COVID, when everything has moved live online. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I've got a bit of an apprehension about that, you know, Sister Ari, at certain ways. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like the universe is real. I don't want us to get caught up in the computer love. You know, is that an 80s song, Computer Love? You know what I'm saying?
It's one of the classics, bro.
Indeed. You sound like you got some good memories with that tune there still. You know what I mean? But what's it? Yeah, but it's like it's an interesting space that we're in, because all of us have to learn to operate in different ways, and that definitely affects the business community. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've got any like any anecdotes to share, like in terms of how this period of digitization has affected your business.
All right. I'll be honest, I'm a bit of a dinosaur, Shakura. The technology, you know, it's a totally new thing for me. You know, being in the Middle East, you know, our lockdown started, I think, was it mid-March? Yeah. So from that point on, you know, everything was locked down, everything went online. So, you know, it was an intense time, and we had to quickly understand these different platforms. I mean, for some of us, it was quite frustrating, because, you know, if you're like me, you know, don't get me wrong, you know, I know a little bit. I can get my way around Microsoft Office, yeah. But then, you know, you've got these all different type of platforms that do this and that do that, and, you know, StreamYard and Zoom and this, and it's like, you know, it's how do you integrate it all, and especially, you know, it's, you know, with this. So I can understand also there is an element of people feeling, well, for me, I can speak for myself, a bit of anxiety around technology. But, you know, again, it's one of the things that it's done for us. It's actually made the world smaller. You know, for entrepreneurs, COVID-19, as challenging as it can be, I think we also should see it as an opportunity.
Most def, family, most def, most def. And you know, it's gonna be a beautiful day because we've got a number of businesses coming through. There's some in the chat right about now as well, because I can see that Reflect Couture is in the building. Bigging up my brother Amenoir and sister Nyerai, who are doing a clothing brand for especially targeting children. And I know from experience here that that is not easy, in the sense of the fact that, you know, obviously adults, we tend to pay a bit more for our clothes, you know what I'm saying? But if you got so a lot of people that deal with what's the word, clothing, tend not to do children, because the quantities, like the prices that you have to push it at and the quantities that you have to do, you know what I'm saying, it's a challenge, yeah, to maintain the margins. And so we truly appreciate the brands in our community that are catering for our children in terms of the clothes, and as well providing culturally appropriate clothing. Because more often than not, yeah, because of that reality, oftentimes when we want clothing that reflects our children, we can't get it because it's all Superman and Batman and you know what I'm saying, these kinds of things. And so we want, you know, images that are gonna you know, reflect our people and our community. So yeah,
I remember when my daughter Shemi was younger, and you know, it was a challenge to find any of those clothes. I mean, to be honest, when I used to travel to the US, I found that in the US you will find those type of garments for especially small children. But there was a time where in the UK was literally non-existent. But now, you know, I see, brands popping up now, and you know, this is as parents, this is what we would like for our children, because you know, my daughter grew up at a time with Disney and Superman and you know, it's even though you may think, well, oh, it's only Disney, it's only another cartoon, but these are the impressions that, you know, impede on our children from a very, very young age. You know, I remembered when my daughter was in nursery, and one of the things in our household, you know, is there was no white dolls. Yeah, it was only black dolls. Black dolls, the cartoons she watched, it's, you know, it would either be like fluffy animals, none of the Cinderellas and the Snow Whites. There were none of that. Yeah. And then one day, I picked her up at the nursery, and you know, the nursery nurse was like, well, you know, I have a bit of a concern. And I said, a concern about what? Your daughter has told me that she can't play with white dolls. And I said yes. And she looked at me and I said yes. I said, do you let your daughter play with black dolls? She said nothing. I said, okay, we'll leave that now. And that's so. But the point I was saying there is, but even the nursery themselves, they didn't have anything multicultural. It was, and you know, it was a real issue for them. But the point now is, this is a time now again about, you know, it's brands now developing culturally appropriate types of products and services, especially for the children, because parents are dying for this. Parents are looking for this. So if there are any brands out there and you'd like to come on board today to show what you have, please come on board.
All right, sister. So we've got our first guest you know, online right about now. So I'm gonna bring them through shortly. So stay where you are, Kai and Marcia. You know what I'm saying? Marcia already has the biggest smile on her face, so we give thanks. You know what I mean? So you're gonna be the sun today is not shining as brightly as it has been in London over the last few days.
I'm not jealous.
Yeah, you know, it's all good. Well, we don't need to worry, you know, sis, because I feel that once we bring Sister Marcia through, it's gonna compensate for the lack of sun in the sky right about now. You know what I'm saying? So we give thanks. Sister Kai, I'm gonna ask you to jump out and jump back in, yeah, because it looks like we've got an issue connecting your device. So just come out and come back in. But Sister Marcia, stay where you are. All I'm gonna do right now is we're gonna just go check out the Black Pound Day website, yeah, and then I'm gonna hand back over to you, Sister Ari Ma'at, for the interview. All right. So check it out, kings and queens. So first of all, it's blackpoundday.uk, yeah, just blackpoundday.uk. And as you can see, there are a number of tabs here where you can get into, you know what I'm saying, the information as to, you know, what is Oh, okay. There's an issue there. Well, don't worry about that. I'm sure that will be sorted out soon. Hold tight, Kings and Queens. Are working this out nice and easy. Yeah. But yes, there are a number of tabs there. I saw one in relation to the power in conscious consumerism. Yes, conscious consumerism. That is a very, very powerful concept right there. How to represent Black Pound Day. The 5 agreements, you know what I'm saying, in relation to Black Pound Day. And this is what we're doing right here today, Kings and Queens. You know what I'm saying? Like we're joining in with this initiative because gotKushTV is all about the Black group economics. You saw earlier today us profiling our pilot for the Black group economic show. Do stay tuned for the developments where that is concerned. So let's just explore the 5 agreements. I agree to share my knowledge, skills, and resources wherever possible for the benefit of my community. I agree to pursue the economic interests of my community by supporting Black-owned businesses consistently. I agree as a consumer to seek out products produced by my community wherever possible. I agree to give constructive feedback to my local or online Black businesses. I agree to share my positive experiences of my local or online Black businesses with my community. That last one there, you know, is extremely important, yeah, because enough times, you know, right, I realize that whenever we get the bad service, yeah, the not so good service, we talk about it, we flag it up, yeah, and we make everybody know, say, so and so they give me bad look when I order the patty in the shop. You know what I'm saying? But we don't always, you know, give the positive, you know, we don't always say, well, you know, this restaurant gave me service with a smile. You know what I'm saying? This company sent the goods on time. In fact, they sent it early and it had a bow and a ribbon. It was excellently well presented. We don't always, you know, balance up the thing in the way that we should. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. All right. So, all right, let's do 2 things. First of all, because I think Stella B, give me the thumbs up if you're ready. All right, cool. And then we're going to introduce. I'm just waiting for Kai to return to us, and then we're going to bring in Kai and Marcia immediately after that. All right. So we'll introduce them in a sec, but let's get in that nice Stella B first and foremost. Stella Bizzle.
Whoop whoop. Woo! Stella B, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm trying to not look at myself. I'm trying to look at the camera.
In the camera, I know it's very difficult, you know. It's gonna be a losing battle.
Thing, you know.
Yeah, you're gonna lose that battle. You know why? Because I'm very good looking, and so it's, you know what I'm saying. Like you get, no, I'm playing, but seriously, because we're interacting. It's gonna be a thing whereby, you know, it's natural to look at people that you're speaking to in it. So I've tried this many times before. I know that's a losing battle, so I'm not even gonna try it today.
Give thanks for having me. I'm not with my other hole right now, unfortunately. He's doing some family business, but he'll be joining us very soon.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing that nice to be apart, you know. It's
yeah, so I'm leaning to one side. So the powers of today. I'm so excited to be on. Sister Ari Ma'at, I'm so proud to be on with you and Shakara. gotKushTV, this is brilliant. This is like a dream come true.
We're going to have some fun today, sis, yes?
Of course, because we do this, we've got to do things with pleasure and love, right?
That's right.
Most definitely. All right, family. I think we should, because Kai is not with us back yet, but I think we can so that we can stay on time. I'll hand over to Sister Ari so she can introduce Sister Marcia and Kai, and we'll take it from there. gotKushTV.com is now opening for you to advertise, calling all businesses, promoters, event organizers, artists, service providers, content creators, and brands of every kind. If you are looking to share your business or services with a growing and diverse audience, gotKushTV is the space for you. Advertising space is available all over the website. You can advertise here, 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 and you can even advertise here. All spaces are going at very reasonable rates, and we even have a design and production service, especially for those who will need an advert designed or produced for you. For inquiries, don't hesitate to contact us. info@gotKushTV.co.uk. Advertising on gotKushTV.com. We look forward to hearing from you.